This will be a procedural demonstration of the InterFuse T, our transforaminal lumbar interbody fusion device. This is an example of a disc, and represented is the annulus fibrosus and nucleus pulposus. Nerve root retraction is advised for this procedure. After performing a laminectomy and a medial facetectomy, as is typically done with this procedure, create a rectangular annulotomy approximately 25 degrees to the vertical with a number 11 blade. The annulotomy should be approximately 14 to 15 millimeters across. Shape the corners of the cortical rim to ensure the axis is rectangular. If a paddle shaver is used to create the axis channel, Kerrison rongeurs are useful for squaring the corners. Be careful not to extend the channel into the central end plates. Doing so will create a ridge that will prevent lateral movement of the modules across the disc space. Next, perform a radical nucleectomy and remove the end plate cartilage. Pay special attention to removing the disc material contralateral and ipsilateral to the annulus, but ensure that the anterior and lateral walls of the annulus are preserved. This step is critical because disc material remaining in the cavity will impede module insertion and limit the ability to maximize the device footprint. Use the nucleus probe to assess the disc cleanout and ensure you are below the midline towards the contralateral annulus. After a thorough evacuation of the disc space, we can start implanting the InterFuse modules. It is important to distract the disc space prior to inserting the InterFuse device. Distraction can be achieved using a pedicle screw system or a lamina spreader. Use the device sizer to determine the implant size. When you put the sizer in the disc space, you don't want it to be too tight. There should be 1 to 2 millimeters of tolerance when in contact with the end plates. Move the sizer around to ensure that the whole disc space will accommodate the specific implant size. Place bone graft material in the module cavities. Use the A module inserter to insert the A module. This device can be successfully inserted at an angle of 15 to 35 degrees. Ensure that no bone graft material is in the implant's rail or lock because material in these areas can interfere with engagement and locking of the modules. The A module should be able to enter the disc space smoothly and without resistance. If there is resistance, this may indicate that additional disc cleanout is required. X-ray imaging may be used throughout the procedure to visualize proper module placement. Carefully slide the second module, the B module, over the tail of the A module inserter until it is completely in the disc space. When engaging the modules, a click of the locking mechanism can be heard as well as felt. However, a mallet may be used to gently tap the modules together. Do not use a mallet until the B module is in the disc space. When the bottom of the advancing module inserter's knob is level with the top of the previous module inserter's knob, the module is in the disc space and it is safe to use a mallet. The modules are fully engaged when both of the knobs of the module inserters are flush with one another. Module engagement can also be confirmed with X-ray imaging, inspecting the posterior edges of the modules and using counter traction. Remove the A module inserter by turning counterclockwise. This will disengage the threads. Use the positioning lever to move the engaged AB construct medially. Attach the C module inserter to the C module and slide it over the tail of the B module inserter until it is completely in the disc space. Engage the B and C modules with counter traction. The modules are fully engaged when the knobs of the module inserters are flush with one another. First, remove the B module inserter using the same process you used to remove the A module inserter. Then, remove the C module inserter. If at any point one module needs to be removed, use the module disengagement tool. To use, ensure that one module inserter is screwed into the module that is to be removed and another module inserter is screwed into the previous module. place the module disengagement tool on the knobs of the module inserters. Disengage the module by pulling up on the handle of the module disengagement tool.